Welcome to the More Than More podcast, where we discuss building meaningful, impactful businesses, careers, and lives through real estate.
Okay, welcome, Eily, Jason, father, daughter, and really mom too, combo.
Yeah,
We should have invited Angela
that would have been fun. She would have liked that.
next time around.
Yeah,
Yes.
next year.
She was one of the award winners as part of the Mickelson team,
Correct.
but she wasn't the rookie of the year, and she wasn't the number one agent in the company and number one team. So we're really celebrating three things here for this little recording. So well done. First of all, congratulations, guys.
Thank you
Thank
so
you.
much. Happy Tuesday.
Yeah, are you done celebrating?
We are done now, officially. Sunday, we're done.
I think so.
You both are just fresh off the plane from Vegas.
Yeah.
121 conference. Real quick, how was that?
It was good. It was cool to see. There's a lot of people part of Century 21.
It's a big thing, huh?
Big crowd all over the world makes you start to think, big, it's part of something big and special.
Well, and bigger now with Revkin and Compass, and you could definitely tell the energy was different in that room.
Probably the most interesting thing to me is that they bought the company to grow it, I think. And I didn't know when they bought it what they were going to do. They're going to turn it into Compass, but no.
No,
They want to grow it.
and C21's growing as a result. Compass is growing. It feels like there's a lot of momentum in that room. Kind of cool to see.
Yeah.
But we're not here to talk about that. We're here to talk about your incredible 2025s. You looked like you were going to say something there.
I'm all ears.
You want to go back to Compass? Is
no,
that what you want to talk about?
No.
Okay, well, I'm going to start with you real quick.
Okay.
I want to ask this question. What does it mean to you, Jason, that Eily was the rookie of the year?
That's a good starting question. I feel like that's probably the most important thing. We wanted to see her be successful, and you always question what your daughter can do or your offspring, and she has exceeded expectations in about every way. And I think that was probably one of my most proud moments was getting that award. I wanted it. I wanted to work hard for it.
When
And
you were rookie.
When I was rookie.
But I mean,
Yeah.
you were pretty crazy about that. You came to the very first event. You said, I will be the rookie next year. You set out to make that a goal.
Correct. And I think we led that expectation that it'd be a fun thing for her to do, but you don't ever know. And she exceeded every expectation we had. It was cool.
Was it a goal to work with your daughter ever? Like when did you that pop into your head?
No, we had. I never thought she would do that. I thought she was going to be an accountant, and then before that, she was going to be an actuarial scientist, and then before that, who knows, raise kitties. But
Never a performer?
No.
That wasn't
I like
we
money.
we discouraged that heavily. But we did start to see that. I mean, I think she had a lot of potential, and she started showing signs of some real adult maneuvers in her workplace at Workiva. She did an internship there, and so.
So did you solicit her, or did you raise your hand? How'd that go down?
So I was doing actuarial science for my major, and I didn't feel like I'd fit in or want to do that for the rest of my life, and so switched to accounting. Had toyed with the idea of real estate, and he said no. They were a little worried about safety, I guess, initially too.
You're an only child. You're an only child, right?
Yeah.
So you guys are a little protective, or?
I wanted to see her do something else before, just to win. Like, go see what the real world is like. Because coming to work for Dad is going to be like coming home at night and Dad's upset about something is what I pictured. And she's done a very good job of separating and, for the most part, leaving family out of it. Like, she's a professional.
So what changed your thinking? When was the time?
When she was leaving, like, she was deciding what to do with Workiva, and Workiva was giving her the work run around. They didn't have a position. They weren't going to do anything. They kind of treated her poorly for some performance things that was pretty apparent wasn't her fault. And I watched her navigate that, have a good attitude about it, be more professional than her bosses with some of that. And I'm like, holy cow, she's just more advanced than I thought. So we were at a speakeasy, Iowa Tap Room, believe it or not.
After a choir concert.
And
I feel like a lot of stories with you these days are about speaking.
I know, I love them. But, we ended up saying that I thought she was ready, And she said, I don't know if I want to do that. So, okay, well, no, it's your call. And I no pressure. Like, you decide. And if you decide that's what you want to do. And I remember her having some really big talks with her mom, deciding if this was going to be a good fit at all. And in the end, she decided to do it. And it was good.
And how's that been for you as a dad?
Oh, it's a joy, yeah. I enjoy watching her. And watching her not just win, but watching other people around her be impressed with her and how she handles herself, and they're complimenting me about, man, she's a delight. I'm like, well, that's wonderful. I'm glad you're seeing that side of her.
Yeah, let me tell you a couple things.
Yeah. No, but she's done a really good job, and I get compliments all the time about how professional she is. In fact, in Vegas last week, we were going for a run, and at the end she stops and calls a client, and I hear her talk to Nicole, and I hear her talk to her client, and it's just so refreshing to hear the level of communication, the emotional control, the let's find a solution in the conversation, and it's going somewhere. She's advancing the sale with every conversation.
So, okay, that's I'm interested in that. So you are a trainer. I was going to say coach, but I think trainer is a better word. You're really good at training your team on how to handle dialogue, scripts, overcome objections. And what did you just say? Drive it towards the finish line?
We want to advance it. Yeah, she's advancing it.
Yeah.
There is a reason for these conversations. She's listening well, but she's also trying to find the solution before anybody even asks for one. Like, she's hearing it, presenting ideas, and making it their idea.
So I've watched you do that with your team. I'm just curious to what extent. Okay, let me back up. I've raised my kids very specifically in kind of a weird way to fit my idiosyncrasies, right? I love how we are. I think we got a cool family, but I've definitely injected a lot of how I see the world into my kids. So now you're coaching your daughter to advance the sale, just the way you've trained the rest of your team. I'm curious about the training you did in the 20-something years before that. As it relates to her now as a salesperson. You've always been training sales. Did that show up in your parenting?
Oh my gosh.
It did?
I think it's a good question for her, because I feel like we just taught her logic and cause and effect, but we didn't really focus on how to sell something.
Yeah, because that wasn't what you do to a 16-year-old, but
No.
but not in the context of sales. But you are still teaching the skill of advancing something towards a solution. What do you say to that?
Well, I'm just thinking back to all of the book reports that I had over winning friends and influencing people.
Nice.
Like, I think there were a couple other books that I had as assignments, quote unquote, but
What age?
like 13,
Okay.
12, probably middle school. I think instead of, I guess, telling me what was wrong, it was, here are some things that you can do to be better, and just trying to talk about bettering. And we talked about probably fixed mindset, growth mindset.
Love it.
I don't know when that started.
your whole life.
Yeah, it started very young. So that's always been, all of those principles have been a part of my life and how you navigate that.
Was there other reading assignments? Like, did he make you read Spin Selling when you started?
Yeah, and I haven't finished that yet. I will.
Oh my gosh.
I'll read that this summer.
Confessions of a Rookie.
Yeah.
It's honestly a good book to come back to after some experience anyway, because it
You
makes more
understand better.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's cool. I love the idea of intentionally raising kids to, again, it's not about selling, but it's to understand that everything's sales in a way, right?
Yeah.
And would you say logic?
Yeah, and we have high expectations. We gave her very little slack as a kid, and we wanted her to want it as bad as we wanted it for her, and trying to develop that in somebody. I mean, she wasn't growing up real goal-oriented, wasn't growing up, I mean, as an only child with outgoing parents. She kind of was there quietly listening. She didn't necessarily try to be center of attention. And
because you guys are, you like to hang out, you like to socialize, you're kind of rambunctious. And so she just kind of watched that as an only child her whole life.
yeah, yep. And so, watching her go to Hickory Park and have to be on stage and be front center, customer service oriented, I think that helped a lot. And she was, because of we were just rigid and only child. So I felt like the whole time growing up that maybe she was disappointed in the other kids. around her. And if she'd had some brothers and sisters to show them what disappointment really looks like, I mean, I just think that she was a little delusional about how, the world should work. And then she went out and has seen the world work, and she's doing a great job of picking it apart and finding out how to harness its power and harness her attributes. And
That's
working
cool.
good.
So, Rookie of the Year, no surprise, right? You knew that was, it's not, I mean.
Yes and no. I think for a little bit there, it was Kelsey and I were pretty close. So,
But you didn't know the numbers coming into that awards banquet. So there was some question in your mind?
yeah, my mom kept being like, "Are you sure it's you? There's nobody else." I'm like, "I don't think so from our classes."
Well,
with
that's even
everyone."
better. I love it.
Yeah, like at the event, she's like, "Are you sure? Are you sure there's not anybody else?" So
Okay, so then the video comes on, and does it right away reveal you, or did you only figure it out halfway through when your parents popped up?
parents popping up really solidified it. I think when Kira came on, I was like, I don't know. And then Megan, I was like, maybe.
That's cool.
I think Robin coming on, I think she was next.
Well, I was watching your face the whole time that video was playing, and I'd got to see those videos before, obviously, and so I could already anticipate that would be a fun, emotional moment. So, because I know, Jason, that you and Angela wanted this for her.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was fun to watch you get all. What did you say? You had a plan to be funny as well.
I thought I was gonna go up there and make a joke and be like, "Okay, get y'all out of here for the game." And then I was crying and I couldn't do anything else.
You forgot your speech.
I didn't even make one because I was like, "Well, this is silly if I didn't make it."
Well, that was fun. So, what's it been like working with crazy Mr. Jason over here?
It's been really fun. It's been really cool to see who he is as a person and not my dad, and just see how he interacts with people. Because, I mean, he worked a lot my whole life, and I mean, car sales 6 days a week. I saw him on Sundays, and he's tired, so we didn't really do much. And that, like, he'd come home after I went to bed as a kid.
How old were you when you started selling real estate?
17, 16.
Okay. So most of your
and in
childhood.
high school, I was busy, so I wasn't hanging out with him really. So it's been really fun. I think I respected them a lot before. I mean, my mom too, obviously, but I respect him a lot more now, just to see where he's coming from. He's a lot smarter.
Did you see, you were young, so it's hard, maybe it's the wrong question, but did you see a change in his world or him from when you were 16 and he was selling cars versus now?
Absolutely.
Like he's got a bigger boat?
Yes. He has a bigger boat, yeah. So, no, I feel like there was a lot of stress, and car sales can be kind of not fun. That's a lot of hours. That's a lot of, I don't know what to call that, but seemed a lot more stressed. And now I think he's got a lot going on, but he at least enjoys it a lot more, and it's got more flexibility to live life and be respected. And
That's the goal.
yeah.
And now your mom's involved. So what's that like? Now you've got your dad and your mom are your bosses again. You've spent your whole life growing up to leave the house, and here you're back to square one.
Well, it's kind of nice. I see them all the time. I talk to them all the time. I don't know what I'd do without them. It'd be weird.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Her mom and her visit a lot on the phone. Like they'll sit on the phone for hours FaceTiming. And so it's interesting.
Before work or
now. Like now they do. And it's pretty cool relationship to have her have such a cool person in her life to bounce ideas off of and reflect on things. And they'll occasionally talk about me, but usually it's other things, and that's nice too, that it's not just me causing problems in the world. So
I would say it's very minimal ever
For
talking
me,
about
yeah.
you causing problems.
Saves that for me.
Yeah.
Does it bleed into just family life then?
I think real estate is a lot of our. I mean, last night Angela and I stayed up talking and game planning until midnight. Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
It consumes our world when we're not having time away, and I think that's our balance. And we take breaks on the weekends, and we try to still enjoy a big portion of life, but we work really hard during the week.
You don't seem to mind it though.
No,
Like,
it's what else would I do?
If you're in those board shorts on a boat and you have to answer questions all day, you actually enjoy the thrill of being a deal doctor.
Yeah, 100%. That doesn't bother me. My phone ringing doesn't bother me, and I've listened to people complain about it before, but like,
I was one of those people. I'm either on or I'm off. You seem to, and that's maybe part of what makes a great real estate agent, frankly, is you have to be okay with it following you.
yeah.
I just needed it to be binary. Like,
I don't need my phone to stop ringing at 5 o'clock at night, and I don't need it to not ring on the weekends. But I need to be able to go do something fun and experience life in the middle of it. Like I can't do it 7 days a week. It'll crush me.
hence the Ozarks.
Yeah.
So are you now? You're surrounded by a pretty big team, Eily, as well, and so you're just one of the team members.
Yeah.
Also, you're daddy's little girl. So I'm
that
curious, how does that look and how does it feel inside the team? And do you get like extra coaching then?
I think I asked for extra coaching.
That's good.
Like I think it was a lot easier for me to just call him rather than a lot of the other people on the team probably were like, I don't want to bother Jason with this thing. And I'd just call him first. And I think that is a lot of where the success came from.
Which ironically, I've heard you say, Jason, that you actually just wish your people would call you more. Like you hate it when they try to struggle through things when you feel like you could have helped.
Yeah.
Right.
So you're saying the advantage is that you're just not afraid to actually make the call, get the help.
Yeah, it would be maybe a 20-second call. Hey, real quick, let me just check on this before, and problem solved. We're good to go. I've learned what I need to learn and ready to go. But I don't think that I have a ton of special treatment. I don't know that I've ever said I was daddy's little girl.
I used that intentionally.
No, I know. He probably is quicker to be harsh on me.
Oh, yeah, I'll look sternly at you before I will.
I think I have a shorter fuse with him than some of the others, and he doesn't have to jump over a professional boundary, which is fine. I'm okay with
years
direct.
of built up context, and so you can say what you're thinking.
Yeah, and I think he's able to communicate with me in a way I'm like, I don't think he's mad at me. He's just communicating with me, and it's quicker.
I think it says something. I don't mean to. I think you're not supposed to ask this question, but whatever. How old are you?
25.
Yeah. I mean, I think when you're 28, 30, a lot of kids come around and realize, wait, mom and dad weren't total idiots. Because you kind of got to go live a little bit, and then you realize, wait, I didn't have it all figured out. But, you know, as I've raised my kids, I've spent a lot of time thinking about how I create a context where they will want to come to me for advice. And so I think it says something about, well, both of you, right? Like you as a parent, but also you as a young adult in terms of your maturity, that you can work well together, because I don't think everybody can do that.
No, I think that he brings up a goldfish mentality a lot, and that's probably the thing that helps us.
Explain that.
Yeah, I'll get into that. That helps us the most. So goldfish mentality is that we talk about it and then it's done. We forget about it. So he says what he needs to say about the situation, and then we move on, and we've learned. And there's no hard feelings.
You're both good at that.
I would say so.
I think so too.
Separate podcast, I'll ask you about your resentments that you still hold.
No, I don't think I have any. Like, it's been, I think it's safe to say it's been almost 2 years, and we haven't really had a large disagreement, no resentment on my end, at least.
How fun is that?
It's good.
Amazing.
It's not everyone's goal to work with their parents, but what a beautiful picture to be able to pull that off well and do it successfully.
Yeah, and I think she's been coachable. There's been times where when she bought a house, was distracted and not doing what she had been doing. And there's times where her follow-up's not where I would like it to be. And, you know, you call and say, hey, this is a thing. Like, what are we doing about this thing? And she doesn't get any special. I don't look at her stuff differently, and I don't ignore her if I see a problem. Like, I'm just going to hit it the same way I would everybody else. And
do you think you're more direct or hard on her, or the same? Because you're a pretty direct dude.
Yeah, the same. And I think that I've been accused of maybe picking on someone. I'm like, no, I literally
pick on all of you.
I pick on all of you equally, and I don't do it for fun, and I do it when it's necessary. And if you think you're special because you're getting picked on, like, no, you're crazy. Like, I am going to be an equal opportunity coach to everybody on the team. And I would want that for myself. And so I try very hard to do that for everybody. And if you're getting special attention from me, then let's figure it out so you don't get it. They don't want it. So
there's only special attention if there's a problem.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
Okay, 2 more questions for you. I was just thinking about the idea of not wanting special attention from Jason.
You don't.
You don't.
Are you as driven as your dad?
I would say it would be really hard to be as driven as him. I don't know anybody that's more so. I would be comfortable being like in a family and doing that kind of a role too. He's literally the most driven person I know. My parents both are, and everything they do, they're very competitive.
I don't know. I mean, I know Angela, but I don't know her as well as you, obviously. Is she as close to you on her drive? Wow.
She's more driven than I am.
That's nuts.
Yeah.
In so many ways.
Eily, this is a huge success story. You survived.
She and they spent a lot of time together, and that is a lot of her success is not me. It's Angela and I are together a unit that has produced Eily, but like Angela and I spend a lot of time holding each other accountable too and making each other better, and so through that Eily has been the benefactor, and it was only her. So like we had one goal, is not to screw her up.
Well, I've heard that said, actually. Like, most of what a young individual is going to be is kind of hard-coded. The best thing parents do is create great bumpers and a safe space for that individual to become, and then to create a mindset within them so that they can become the best version of who they are.
Yeah.
I feel like trying to mold people into something is a fool's errand.
That's
mindset, though.
Yeah.
So... And then final one I wanted to ask you is, like, just as the rookie, you had a great year, you crushed it. What would you say the key was to success for you?
I think working for your client and just trying to be a person and understand what they want and be okay with whatever pace they've got planned for them.
What do you mean by pace? I mean, I get it.
You don't want to rush them. You don't want to move too slow. And I think just being the most adaptable that I could be and relating to all of them, listening truly to what they want, I think that was helpful. And I think working as much as I could. Is
that a natural skill for you, adaptability?
I think it's a part of my Clifton strengths.
Yeah.
I think a little bit. I like to move with other people and not be too much.
I suspect that has something to do with how you grew up.
I think so.
She never said no to much. Like, lead was there. Yes, I'll do it. If I needed help with something, yes, I'll do it. She just said yes a lot. And I think that's really important the first couple of years, to just say yes to everything. You're going to learn from it. You're going to win and lose from it, and those are both
change
good.
Down the line.
You get a little better at deciding what's going to be a good use of your time down the road, but
the default early on is yes, because then you get to the finish line.
You're really not that busy for the first several years, and I think there's a point now where I have to be a little bit selective of what I do and don't do, but it took 5 years to get to that point. Like, the reality is that everybody should be saying yes, I'll go do it. And then they're going to, in turn, learn something from whatever it is.
I never felt like anyone was a waste of time. Nothing was, because I'd either be learning or I would be helping. But like you said, I didn't say no to anything. And I don't think I'm to that point of having boundaries. Like, if my client's texting at 11 p.m. or 2 a.m. Vegas time or here, I'll respond to them.
Didn't that happen?
Yeah.
Yeah. Where were we?
We were at the barbershop.
Yeah.
But if they're up, if they're texting me, I will respond, and if I'm able to. So maybe not at 7 a.m.
Better chance at 2 in the morning than 7 in the morning.
This has been fun. I I think you both had a pretty cool year. So I'll close with just what's next. So how do you planning to top it, Jason? I know you're a crazy 3, and you move the goalposts every single time you achieve anything. I'm sure you were done celebrating in November because you were ready for what's next. But what's next for you? What's the next big win?
Yeah, I think I want to get the new. We have some new agents who want to get them up and running and having success. There's, always the goal that everybody's in the top 100, and that's going to get harder and harder to do. But I want them all to be winning, and I think our team goals haven't changed. From 295, I have a goal of 480, so I'll say it out loud.
Sorry, I missed that. Units or
480 units
from 280. That's
295 to 480.
What percent increase is that?
Yeah, it's a lot. It's over 30%, and the goal is that it replaces some of the things that we're losing from a change with Zillow, and so I just that's a goal. It's a crazy goal. It seems hard to achieve, and we're gonna do it.
You like goals, and you like them to be big.
Goals.
Yeah.
No, I don't like them to be big. I like them to.
You want to get them.
Yeah, I want them. I want to. They're based on fundamental numbers, and they're based on what I think we can do and trends, and I think we can do it.
Cool. How about you? What's next?
I think it'd be cool to hit Masters Diamond this year. That's a big goal.
It's a pretty trophy.
Is it?
It's it's the best.
I think it is one of the best ones.
Yeah, I do too.
It balances on a little pedestal.
Oh yes, I did. Megan's was pretty cool.
If things get out of hand, you can throw it. It's a weapon. Yeah.
Okay. That'll be good.
Okay. Well, we have that recorded.
Yeah.
We have the units, and we have the trophy that we're looking for, and
yeah.
it's already nearly May, so we're almost there. But, well, hey, again, congratulations. It's fun to watch you two. Love that Angela's involved as well to balance things out even more. It's a little bit of a family affair, and I know I've always had aspirations to work with my boys, and I'm doing that in various ways, and so fun to watch and see where it goes next. So yeah,
it's really cool. Thanks for having us do this. It's cool.
Good stuff.
Thank you for joining us today. For more episodes, resources, and show notes, head to morethanmorepodcast.com.